Hi yogis, this is Donna Marie, and today I just want to share with you a little bit about yin yoga and what the benefits are. Just wanted to share my passion. I love yin yoga. So yin yoga is a passive form of yoga, meaning that enables your body to just switch out of the sympathetic nervous system and into the parasympathetic nervous system by we hold poses for a lot longer than you would in a general hatha practice or a vinyasa practice. So it is about completely just surrendering and allowing your body to be still and allowing your mind to be still and just allowing yourself to observe your breath, the in breath and the out breath. And there are 3 points of yin yoga. The first one is to find your edge. So you would find where exactly the sensation is. You find your edge. You don't want to be any more than about 5 out of 10 with sensation. So it's not about pushing the body into positions that are not good for us. It's actually about pulling back and not pushing and just unwinding, surrendering, completely and deeply relaxing, and being still is the second one. So just enabling yourself to be still in your pose. So the poses last for a lot longer than the average yoga practice. So I tend to hold the poses between 3 to 7 minutes at a time. So a yin yoga practice has less poses and less postures in the actual practice itself. This is because it takes that time to really switch into the parasympathetic and it's part of the practice that's what yin yoga offers. It enables you to really establish that connection with yourself through slow and gentle movements, allowing you to really focus on your intentions and your breath and your sensations. And it's quite intense as a practice, I would say. I highly recommend it for athletes, people that do a lot of running, a lot of physical activity, because it helps to release all that tension that is created when you do a lot of physical exertion. So it just enables you to release tension around the joints. So it's very joint focused and it's very relaxing as well at the same time, deeply relaxing. So if you struggle with stress, high stress levels in your life, I would honestly say that a fast-paced yoga class is not ideal. I would say that a yin yoga practice would be more suited because you need to find that balance in your life. So if you're running lots of busy errands and you have a really busy, demanding life, the last thing you want to be doing is a really vigorous vinyasa flow that's going to just create more adrenaline, more cortisol and more chemicals in the body that are just going to make you feel even more stressed. So it's just creating more stress, physical stress. You might feel great after vinyasa. That's why it's important to do the shavasana at the start and the shavasana at the end. It's the most important bit of the practice, and the breath. But I would highly recommend for those of you who are looking to reduce your stress levels dramatically, I would highly recommend trying a yin class with me and just seeing how you get on. So we would do normally between 5 to 7 poses in a class, and with the use of props and blocks and extra support to really help you for your practice. So it's accessible to most people, yin yoga. It really is an accessible form of yoga, as with all the yoga that I teach. But I really find that yin yoga is accessible to anyone, and it is intense because your body, you can feel your fascia releasing slowly and gently, and that's why we take time in the poses, because it just takes time for our muscular system, our fascia, to completely release. So the fascia is the first layer of muscle underneath the skin. So that is, if you imagine what the muscular system looks like, it's like a sheath of muscles around all the deeper layer of muscles are underneath the fascia itself. So the fascia is, when the fascia can release and let go, it enables the deeper tissues and the connective tissues to completely release over time. And the more you practice yin yoga, the more freer you will feel, the looser you will feel, the more relaxed you will feel, the better you'll sleep, because you hold less tension and less physical stress and mental stress in your body and in your mind. So, and the last principle of yin yoga is to really hold the pose for as long as you can. So it's really important when you move into your postures that you move into them slowly, and you're mindful when you move into them, and you're really getting your comfort zone right when you're moving into your poses. So because you're being in that position for a long time, you need to be comfortable. So I teach my students how to really set up their pose and adjust my students when they need adjusting, if that's what you wish, if you like adjustments, and then offer alternatives if a certain pose doesn't feel right or isn't accessible or just doesn't feel right for you at that particular time. So it's really about holding the pose. So we have finding your edge, being still, and holding the pose. So yeah, it's amazing for increasing flexibility in your joints and your actual mobility. So if you suffer with a lot of back pain, tight hamstrings, tight glutes, tight everywhere, I would highly recommend yin yoga. And it's great to get a balance, so to do the yin yoga and then to do the hatha flow as well. So you're not just doing one form of yoga. So you actually are working all the muscle groups at different points throughout your week. So I offer hatha yoga, I offer yin yoga, and I offer Shivananda yoga, which is a very structured form of yoga. It's a very traditional type of yoga. And I do lots of workshops as well, so really break down topics and teaching students the root of yoga, the spiritual side of yoga, as a self-transformation tool as well. But yeah, it's a fantastic practice for actually nourishing your internal organs as well. So if you suffer with digestive problems, or if there's stuff that's been going on in your body for a while in relation to your organs, your lungs, your respiratory system, if you just think about your body as in your internal organs, your bladder, your liver, your kidneys, your stomach, all of those parts, it's a great way of healing your internal organs naturally without medical intervention. It's so powerful. I cannot express enough about how powerful yin yoga is as an actual healing modality. And the reason why it's so powerful is because in Chinese medicine, if our bodies have energy channels, meridian lines. So when we move our muscles and our joints in yin yoga, we're predominantly focusing on releasing any stagnant prana or chi in our body. So any blockages within the energy meridian lines within the entire energy body. So it really helps to support that release of blocks in our body. So it enables that chi to flow effectively. So when your energy is flowing to all of your organs and your tissues and through the circulation and all of those parts of your being, you're able to actually live happier, healthier, with more vitality. You feel more energized, you feel more relaxed, you'll feel less stressed. And yin yoga is an amazing modality to release real deep rooted tension that has manifested for a long time. So if you've suffered with chronic back pain for a long time, or chronic pain in general, or inflammation of the joints, or issues with your gut and your digestion, anything along those lines of actual internalization of issues inside of your body, with breathing difficulties, try yin yoga, and it's just amazing. It helps to reduce anxiety so quickly by enabling us to come into that parasympathetic, out of fight and flight. So we're not in fight and flight, we're in rest and digest. So I love it. I cannot express enough how amazing yoga is as an actual healing modality itself. And yin yoga is incredible. I mean, hatha is amazing as well. Hatha is very much around slow and gentle movements, slow flow, but you tend to hold poses for a shorter amount of time, so you really are flowing into a routine, concentrating on specific parts of the body. Yin yoga is predominantly floor based, so you don't really do much standing with yin yoga. It's very much working on the mat on the floor, mainly upper body. And hatha flow is more to do with the entire body, the entirety of the body, so really focusing on feet all the way up to your head. And vinyasa is the same, but a lot quicker. I tend not to really teach much vinyasa. I prefer hatha because it's mindful, it's slow, it's gentle. You can't cause the body harm if you're practicing the postures correctly with the right alignment and the right breath and the right structure. And then Shivananda is a mixture of 12 sun salutations to start off with, and then you work through 12 postures through the practice, and it's slow again, so you're really breaking down each pose and you're setting up with each pose that you do, so you really take time to learn about your poses and why you're doing it, and to learn more about your body and how your body works. So it's a great, fantastic tool for actually learning about how your body works, how your mind works, all of the parts of your body that you might not necessarily think about when you're going to a yoga practice. I really love teaching people how their bodies work. I love teaching people the benefits of yoga from the inside out, so internal to external, and how much of a powerful healing modality it actually is. It's actually a science. Yoga is classed as a science, and it really is, especially hatha yoga. And that's another video in itself I will talk about one day. But yoga is just a transformational tool for empowering yourself to live your best life with happiness, contentment, and joy and peace. Because at the end of the day, I mean, aren't we all trying to get there, to find happiness and to release all our baggage, to let go of all the stuff that is causing us stress, and to actually bring in that balance of well-being, mind and body, connection, tuning in with our body, listen to what it needs, and nourishing the body through physical practice, through breath work, pranayama, and releasing of energy, so we're not stuck and we don't feel like we're heavy and burdened and life's taking over us. We become so much more in charge of our own lives when we practice yoga, because we learn about ourselves and how we work, and it starts to unveil parts of us that you didn't really realize you had. And it's about getting into that deeper part of you, your true self, your true potential, your higher self. So yeah, hopefully this video has inspired you to, if you haven't thought about yoga, to try it. And if you have thought about yoga and you have done it before, I'd love to know what you think about this video as well. And if you're thinking that you'd like to join in one of my classes but you're not sure, you don't really know what to expect or whether you can do it, please just come along and try it. All my classes are free for the first time round, so there's nothing to lose if you just want to come along and try it for yourself, see how you get on. It's really about giving you yourself that time, and this is for men and for women. I have men that come to my class and I have women that come to my class. So, and I teach, you know, youngsters as well, so it's accessible to all people, and my classes are open to anyone who just wants to learn how to look after themselves more, how to put more self-care in their life, how to get some discipline in your life, how to start training your body. So if you've got like a big goal coming up and you want to work on yourself, then you can use yoga as a tool for that. And I do teach one-to-one as well, so if you, it's like a personal trainer, but actually I could give you diet tips, I can give you your own personalized yoga practice. We can work through different classes together, breath techniques that work for you and your concern, so whatever you need to be focusing on. And then there's, I mean, yoga, and the yoga that I teach is so expansive. There's so many elements to what I can offer you. So if you're thinking that that'd be something that you're interested in, then please just send me a comment and we can book you in for a call, and we can have a chat and meet up for a cup of tea, and you can learn more about the amazing healing modality that yoga really is. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I love just expressing my passion and just really teaching people that, you know, you are absolutely able to do yoga. You don't have to have a certain body, you don't have to be a certain height or weight or any of those things. None of that matters. I make my classes accessible and I make them adaptable so people can really get the benefit out of their practice. And I teach with a really humanist approach, so I find that most of my students have said that I make it fun and enjoyable, and it's not too serious, and I make people feel at ease when they come to my classes. That's some of the feedback that I've got so far, and hopefully from this video I've inspired you to get in touch. So thank you so much for listening. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, then please subscribe. You can just hit the subscribe button below and then you'll be notified when the next video pops up. And if you haven't, you can also hit the bell notification as well just below this video. Please hit that, and please share this channel with anyone that you know that could benefit from learning about yoga, learning about holistic health, creative arts, and yeah, just tools for life to self-empower and to inspire you with all of my knowledge. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.